So Wolf Gamer, if you'd like to add yourself to the stream, you can do so by tapping on guests, looking at which camera is
It
you.
can't be right. And so when she would say that to me, it was an appeal for me to pray. And I would just begin praying for her because I knew the enemy was trying to destroy us. And we spent a lot of time in prayer together.
Huh? Oh, they could. Wait, you could hear that. All right. Good to know. Glad that's a feature. Okay. Can you hear me now? I can't hear you, so you're going to have to add yourself to stream so I can hear you if you want to talk back. You can even turn off your camera, and that should, oh, that would just create an avatar. You could set me to solo only or solo camera or whatever. Anyway, so sorry folks, we're just trying to do stuff. You know your code, you have a code for this, right? You know your code? You're the one that set this code on this.
All right.
Okay.
Wasn't that it was locked and I was having trouble?
I understand. The app is Firefox, found on the home page. Oh, and you can't find yourself? Can you pay attention? You want to know how to do this, right? Then why are you yelling at me from across the way about how I made it difficult for you to sign in? There you go. No. Here. Oh, she's playing with the ribbon. That's going to just fall right through. Oh, it held. All right. Sorry, folks. There's been a change in today's lineup. As you noticed earlier this morning, I wound up going to the wrong location on the thumbnail, if you can see the thumbnail. I wound up going to the courthouse and the municipal building, whatever. The city hall and municipal building. So this afternoon, we will be doing what was actually scheduled for this afternoon, but also going to well, let me just hide the video streams and you can see on here what we're doing. So on that, you could see that we are doing the Benton County Corrections facility or whatever that was. Division, that's right, division. It's the one for today. Day 2. And it's the second part of day 2. So that's my plan. Wolf Gamer got the spare phone. Or I guess her phone eventually, unless we buy a new one. Oh, go ahead. And so here we go. Go ahead and get across quickly so these people can wait for us a moment. Normally don't make cars wait, but so it has to happen sometimes. You're gonna go around that way? Okay. You can also enable your camera and your microphone so we can hear you. Didn't hear your microphone. You're muted. Still can't hear you, but probably because you haven't added yourself to this. There, now you're added to the stream. I was going to show you how to do that, but you didn't want to focus and do what I was saying. So why don't you tell us what you're seeing? We're seeing some,
dumpsters.
She found the dumpsters. 10-hour parking permit. That's cool. That's a 10-hour space that you don't have to put coins in, I'm guessing, if you're in a 10-hour parking position. Yeah, it's expired. Cool. Good to know that. Oh, that's interesting. You somehow added yourself a second time.
Yeah.
Did you do that on purpose? How'd you do that? Saw you do it earlier. How'd you do that?
Magic.
Magics. So there's a bunch of vehicles here with the 10-hour parking permits. Correction facilities. Oh, there she is. She's checking out where we just were. Way over there. So
Yeah,
this is a nice
can't
little
go
park
around
area.
the dumpster way.
We are being blessed this week. According to the weather, it was supposed to be rainy, really rainy for most of the week, but it hasn't rained too much.
Are you sure about that?
Nice. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's see. Sheriff's Office, Benton County Jail. Are you going to come in or just watch me try to enter this? Oh, wait. All right. Masks are welcome but not required. Okay.
Can I help you?
Oh, no, thank you. I do have one question, though. Is this public lobby accessible without someone pushing a button inside?
Nope.
All right. That's all I needed to know. Thank you.
Thank you.
So they helped me without me pushing a button. But it looks like you cannot go in there. No cell phones allowed, which makes sense. Please secure cell phones and all other personal items in the, I can barely read this, lockers prior to entering. But that barely is probably my own eyes. However, as you can see, I'll give you guys a little closer look. The window is quite blurry or foggy from lack of cleaning. But anyway, supplying contraband in jail is a Class C felony, so don't do that. It's punishable by imprisonment and fine. Not a good choice, yo. Anyway, so that's the entrance to the county jail where you can visit inmates. Let's see, what's that say? Oh, they're hiring. You wanna try to keep the inmates
Dad.
safe? You can apply to work here. Yes, Caroline.
I found the McDonald's.
We now know where to go for the one meal that we will eat out while we're here. Where is it?
It is behind that building there.
Yeah, can you point towards where I'm at? Because I can't see you. Oh, you've done walked down the side of that building on Camarine, huh?
Oh, an alleyway.
Can you hold the camera upright a little more so we can see a little higher, or at least...
Is that good enough?
No, I said little, you did lot.
Oh, I found glass and now it's stuck in my shoe.
I wouldn't worry about it for right now. I wouldn't recommend
It's private property.
Yeah, that means don't go walking on it, huh?
No, behind that gate.
That means don't go walking on it, huh?
Yeah.
The Board of County
Danger.
Commissioners
Construction area. Keep out.
commends Sheriff Diana Simpson for 32 years of service to the people of Benton County. Elected November 7, 2006 and re-elected 2010. Okay, no aught, but whatever. She was the first elected female sheriff in Oregon. Good job, Miss or Mrs. Diana Simpson. She retired June 30 of 2013. That's cool. Got some office space down in there with the curtains not closed, so if you feel like looking down there, you can.
I found the Portland imposter.
So on Thursdays, you're not supposed to open the curtain or window, I guess, until yard maintenance is done. The Portland imposter? What Portland imposter? What you talking about?
This looks like Portland.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of similarities with many cities in the United States.
Like, I'm guessing that this McDonald's has a broken ice cream machine.
County Judge E. Holgate, Commissioners J.D. Johnson and G.W. Something H-O-U-C-K.
Do you think they would hire a 12-year-old for $14 an hour?
No. You're not permitted to work in Oregon until you're 14. Low entrance. Masks are welcome, but not required. That's nice. Emergency exit only. Use main entry. Cool. I like the underground entry. Some dedicated bench, or well, donated by the Kiwanis Club of Corvallis in 2001. Take a look around this way. A ballot drop box, which is necessary because, well, there's a vote coming up November, I think, 8th this year. So just a couple weeks or less away. And we're at the county courthouse. I don't know if this is the main entrance or not. Let's see. Watch your step. So it must be the main entrance. So let me throw you back on the tripod. So I can hold you a little easier and set you down a little easier.
In the middle of the road.
What's that?
Someone accidentally got stuck in the middle of the road.
Yeah? How'd they get stuck?
They broke down. Their car broke down. Won't start.
All right, you're back on the tripod. There we go. So, where are you?
By McDonald's.
You know, StreamYard doesn't provide us with a map to see where we go. Which way is your camera facing? Towards where I was or away?
Away. That's where you were.
Okay. Which way is the traffic going?
That way.
When you face the way I'm at.
You know what? I'm just gonna start heading back. It seems like you're lost.
No, I see now you are on the other road. Back where we parked, right? You're okay. I won't get you.
What are you doing?
Live streaming. Ever heard of First Amendment auditing? Sorry.
What you're doing
Uh-huh.
is illegal
How?
because you're intimidating me.
I completely avoided you, and I haven't put it at you at all because I knew you were doing your balloting. I was
So
going to
do you
walk
have
up
an
there.
ID
For what?
for auditing?
What do you mean? I'm a U.S. citizen. First Amendment protected activity. I was not doing anything with the ballot
what
box.
are you doing?
Okay, I'm going to step back so you can talk a little
I'm not
better.
going to hit you. I'm not going to be like violent or anything.
I get that.
This is
But
the
you
first
just
time-
said I was intimidating you, so I wanted to step back. I
Yeah.
didn't realize because I didn't know
this
you were going to
is-
keep walking up
this
to
is
me.
voting.
Right, I wasn't doing anything with that.
So
I
what
was
do you-
doing the county courthouse.
So what's the auditing?
What do you mean?
What did you say you were doing?
Okay, it's called First Amendment auditing. Do you know the First Amendment 5 rights protected by it?
Yes.
Okay. For the listeners, just in case, the 5 rights, I haven't said it yet on this stream, so are freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of press, that's what this audit is, freedom to gather peacefully and redress your grievances of the government are the 5 protected rights. And freedom of press means anyone who can disseminate information to the public is acting as press. And that's all I'm doing.
So what are you disseminating?
Well, basically, I started on the other side of the block, walked around showing the building. It's just
So
news.
why?
It's just information.
You had something behind this of what you're doing. Because
The
last
fear of people worrying about the camera. That's the reason I'm doing this, because people think cameras are not permitted.
No, what people are trying to do is exercise their First Amendment right, which is to vote.
No, that's a different
And we
right,
have
but
a
I get you.
whole
I
history-
wasn't worried
we
about
have
the
a
vote.
whole
I'm sorry
history
about
in
that,
this country
about people
of
intimidating.
intimidating voters.
Right.
So any even semblance
I get
of
that.
somebody standing around while you're voting.
I get that. That's why I'm avoiding pointing at people doing that. I'm
But
trying
you
to actually
noticed
do the
I got
count.
out of the car and I
Went
saw
the wrong
you like
way.
that.
Right. I'm not trying to. I didn't even notice that until I walked all the way and then up and this way, and I'm like, oh, the ballot box. So I apologize. You're right. I need to
So
step, keep
you have
walking.
it, like, you wanted to vote for.
It wasn't the vote, sir.
So what are you doing?
Hello?
I didn't notice that until after. It's literally, I'm just showing Corvallis.
Oh shit! What you're
Dad?
I'm sorry. Why are you using language like that? I did nothing wrong. It was an accident that I saw the ballot. I was literally doing the courthouse. I'll keep moving. That's my plan. I'm going to move on. I was talking with my daughter who's on the other
I
camera.
know it's like we're having a conversation.
I don't know what's behind it for you. I know what's behind it for me. I had nothing to do with the ballot.
I don't like go and hang around the courthouse and take videos of it at voting time.
I didn't even consider the concept of voting time. That had nothing to do with it in my head. So I get that you don't, and I wouldn't either. And I apologize. I'm going to move on, if I may.
I'm not restricting you,
Okay.
but I'm just sad.
About what,
That-
sir? I don't want to make you sad. I'd like to understand. Can we step away so people don't think there's
I think,
an
yeah.
issue there?
You know, it's
I get that. I really do. How do you know the distance I have to be from that so it's not intimidating? I don't remember that.
yeah.
Okay. I'll point it out that way then.
Because
into
this
the
is
courtroom.
also an opportunity for me to understand where you're coming from.
Would you like me to point it at you or not at all?
No.
Can I sit on that side then?
Sure.
That way it doesn't have to, and they'll just get that pretty yard.
It doesn't have to.
Point at you, I mean. I could point it that way, but then people walking to the thing is the
Point it
issue.
over there.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah.
I mean, we don't need to be recorded, do we?
Well, it's live stream.
We found a wild.
No, I get the concept of not. Nick.
Nice to-
Yeah, I know. I get the concept of not intimidating at voting because what was it? There's a movie, New York, The 5 Points in New York. I saw a movie like that about it. I get that.
You know,
Hey, Dad.
is divided now.
True.
And you and I should be able to sit and have a conversation.
Right.
And I feel like there's some that these teams.
I do need to have my earbud because my daughter's on the other end of this too. So
we got these teams that are telling us that, you're on the right team, and if you're not on the right team, you're on the bad team.
right. No, I get that.
Right. And this stuff about sports, you can get all mad at the Ducks versus the Beavers, right? But I'm a Beaver guy.
Caroline, please don't photograph over this way for the moment. He'd prefer not to. Being in public, I understand that we have the right to, but he'd rather not be intimidated. So
Thanks.
Okay.
So
thank you. She stepped out from behind that building and she's gone back now.
So they're teaching us to be mad at each other.
Mm-hmm.
And
oh no.
And the two teams are like preventing each other from governing.
Right. No, I understand.
And there's this encouragement to make this line and make us fight. And the result is stuff's not getting done.
Right. I suspect anyway that you're a veteran. No? You don't have to answer that. That's okay. But your hat kind of makes it me think so. But what's 1791 anyway? I'll have to look it up. Okay. Do you mind if I write that down? I'm curious what 1791 was. I know I'm a little
founding of the University of Vermont.
Oh, okay. Well, then I don't need to go look unless you want me to.
It is not a particular platoon.
Right. I realized. Well, I didn't realize that, but yeah, I was like, that's a year. Anyway.
So, what are we going to do? I mean, if we watch and stand here, we'll see people vote. Is that helpful?
There she is. She
Is
heard
that
me say
helpful?
there she is. No, I wasn't intending
Does it
at
help
all.
people vote?
No, I get that.
So
No.
what does it do?
Again, let me clarify. I'm not I don't worry about things like that. I wasn't even considering that when I walked. Again, spider web. Anyway, I walked under the underpass. I didn't know there was such a thing. That was cool. And then I came around the corner and it's like, oh, ballot drop box. And I noticed you get out of your car, but go somewhere else. And I was like, move on. So, and then I started talking. Yet? I haven't gotten my ballot. I moved in August, submitted paperwork in September. It said it was mailed on the 19th of October, and I didn't get it in my new address. So I suspect it's at the old address, which is an issue.
Are you from Oregon?
Yeah.
You from Benton County?
Huh? No. I'm from, I was born in the Dalles. I moved to Portland, grew up in Portland, lived in Tillawick for a bit, went back to Portland. Now back in the Dalles and again back to Portland, all over.
Well, I hope you do get to vote. All you got to do is walk into the county courthouse and they'll hand you a ballot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the most important thing we can do.
Well, there's other things that are important too, but yes, it is a very important thing that can
if you don't
help.
Do it, then it becomes even less important.
Right. I agree there. I kind of have a bit of issue with the automated counting systems because I'm a computer geek. I understand some things. One being the software they uses a floating point calculation for the count of the votes. But if every vote's supposed to count, a floating point calculation shouldn't be necessary. It should be integer. And that bothers me a bit. So
well,
I'm not saying I don't vote or anything like that because of this. I'm just saying it's a thing, and I do vote.
So I believe. I said the word believe.
Okay.
That's different than fact.
Right. I get it.
All right. But what you do is you look at facts around you and you try to develop a belief.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I believe that there are people that are behind these political parties that are trying to
I want to check something.
have us distrust.
She's not on. Is she still on? Oh, she's rejoining. Okay.
Distrust our system. Because if we just trust our system, then they can manipulate.
Oh, I get that, but I do believe it's already manipulated, and
It has been manipulated. People have tried to manipulate it for years. Look at what happened in the 60s, just before we were born. Right? There was total intimidation. All kind of stuff was going on. Right? They didn't have computer things then.
Oh.
But the same game.
Did you reconnect?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't need to. Do you have it muted or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
this is my daughter, Caroline.
Hello, Caroline. I'm Josh.
Thank you. I'd forgotten.
So, when you think about focusing on whether the vote is true or not, aren't you missing the main picture?
I don't know. What's the main picture in that case?
The main picture is we've got to elect somebody into power.
Well, I would say, do we need to elect people into power, or do we need to get back to a state where the government isn't pushing too much authority on the governed?
Well, they have to be accountable to us,
and that's what this is meant for.
Our vote is the only thing that it makes that accountability. And if you see them telling you that the vote doesn't count and the machines are bad, then they're trying to disadvantage the one way that we have to make them accountable.
I would mention one. I don't know who in politics may have said that, but it wasn't that told me about it. It was computer science.
But
it doesn't
matter where you get it, right?
Yeah. Well, kind of. I mean,
I'm an engineer.
Okay, so you understand the floating. You understand the floating decimal point and versus integer
that's like
counting.
This little distracting detail.
Yeah,
you can imagine if you know something about computers, you can design a system that does it well.
Yeah.
But if you don't have the trust in the people that are building the system and running the system, then it doesn't matter. Right?
I really don't trust the government a lot, quite a bit. I don't trust it.
And
because
so, what they're doing is they're directing you to not trust the voting system, which is the thing that you use to enfranchise the government.
Okay, so when you said that, I'm trying to clarify. So the voting system is what decides who the government is. Is that what you're saying? Because I misunderstood.
Our votes determine who is elected in office.
Enfranchises the government. And I'm trying to clarify, that's what you meant by hiring or
gives
employing.
them the power.
Yeah, okay. Yes, and I agree that our votes do.
In our society, she's going to take a government class, right?
Probably.
And in
high
that
school.
Government class, right?
Hopefully.
We talk about the House and Congress, the Congress, so the Senate and the House of Representatives,
right.
And we talk about the court system, and we talk about the president, right?
Yep.
And the institutions. Now, if the party politics controls all four of those, then suddenly the government is controlled by the party.
Right.
What we've tried to design is a system with a institutions, judicial system that's independent of the politics.
Right.
And within that system of institutions are things like police and fire department and FBI.
I appreciate this
voting system.
Conversation because I don't have enough understanding of it.
So those institutions should stay. We don't elect those institutions every year.
Right.
The people, they are employees, they work, right? And so if we have party politics influencing how those institutions run, if we have these voting machines, the people that are running the collection of the vote, the county commissioners, if they are party politics, then they can mess with our vote.
Okay.
And that's a bad thing. We want those institutions to be independent of politics.
Is it still going? You could have jumped up here. Yeah, yours won't stay connected if it's not actually showing anything. So You don't have to show anything because he's asked not to, so don't even jump. You can sit and listen right there.
Just as you said that, it disconnected me.
So the point is that because the party politics does not control the institutions, and they're trying to control it. And one way to control it is to try to get in judges that are representative of your party and your politics.
I'm seeing that. I get that.
And another way to do it is to make people feel that, the vote doesn't really count. And let's put in some county commissioners.
This has nothing to do with your conversation. Can we get McDonald's?
So we're here for a seminar series.
Oh, on what?
It's called lovereality.org.
Reality.org?
Lovereality.org.
What's that?
It's a...
She tell me. What is it?
Yeah.
It's
Noise.
It is a seminar, right?
Yeah, seminars.
It's something about God, and they talk about the Bible and how it affects our lives and stuff like that. Christianity.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So you've never been to one of these?
It started Friday last week, and we got here Sunday. So she's been to Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.
Okay. So you're figuring it out.
It's basically Love Reality, Death to Life podcast, and The Move are 3 titles that are interconnected in the group, and they're teaching Romans from the Bible.
They're teaching Romans.
Yep.
Okay.
They're helping to understand that, and point out that Romans 6, the man in Romans 6, is not the same man in Romans 7 as in Romans 8 as well. Basically, in Romans 7, I think it's verse 15. I don't know. It's on my phone. In any case, in Romans 7, verse 15, I think it's approximately there. Anyway, Christianity or the Romans? Yes. Okay. So there's the things I want to do, I do not do. The things I do, I don't want to do. Those verses. And they help us to understand at the beginning of that conversation or those statements, he points out that this is the person that's not in Christ and following Christ. It's not the Christian way. It's not what's happening to a Christian. It's him speaking of his life prior to conversion, Paul. So it's an interesting understanding.
Well, so, I'm not going to go so far as to go into religion.
It's okay.
And I have to get the rest of my errands.
But yeah, I'm going to move on.
I appreciate having a chance to talk with you.
Yeah, I wasn't attempting or meaning to at all.
Well, it definitely looked that way.
I get that. I'm sorry about that.
And,
I didn't even think of it.
It's, of course, a hyper subject right now.
And you're not aware of the distance one would need to be from the ballots boxes, would you?
I would say it's less about distance. It's what you look like you're doing.
Gotcha. Yeah. You're right. Huh?
But please look for information that helps you to trust the voting system. Because if we don't trust the voting system, they've got us.
So what the First Amendment auditing has nothing to do with the voting. It has to do with the fact that a lot of institutions have people that are tyrants in them, such as police departments or courthouses, but that's judicial. But what I mean is,
we are a human society.
Right, exactly. And people do not fully understand that freedom of press means that anyone who can disseminate information to the public is acting as press acting.
I understand you can take that, but
in this, I get that
sensitivity in the situation that we're in right now,
right,
on voting week,
right. Oh, is that? No, it ends next week.
It ends next week. I've made up the word voting week. People are voting now. The box is out.
Right, exactly. I get you.
That everything that we can do to encourage people to vote is correct. From if you read the Constitution, if you think how our country should run.
Right.
But if you get into party politics,
dang, I wish I was from Benton, because you just told me I could just walk up there to get it. But yeah,
I need to go.
Yeah, thanks.
I hope she will vote.
Thanks for chatting with me.
Yeah.
So
good luck to you.
Well, I don't know if she will. She's 12. It'd be tricky, but she meant when you're older.
You've got another 4 years.
6. She's 12.
You're 12. In 6 years, you will be able to vote for the first time.
Yep.
And you'll be able to
For what?
And whatever is available.
To decide who's the mayor of the town. Decide who is representing you in Washington. Who are your senators and your congressmen? You're probably not,
meaning Washington, D.C.
You don't get this till high school.
Yeah.
You're not a freshman yet, are you? No.
Yes, in middle school.
Freshman in middle. You look older than your years.
Someone took me for like an 18-year-old once.
Yeah.
Now McDonald's?
You have a good day, Josh.
McDonald's
Thank
is your kind of place. They put French fries in your face, ketchup up your nose. Oh,
is that an old jingle?
It's an old jingle.
Oh, I'll have to look that up. Thanks, Josh. All right, let's head inside and see what's inside. Can you grab this bag, please? This bag right here. Why not? It's garbage. Let's put it in the garbage.
There's ants all over it.
Oh, that's garbage. That's dirt. Grab that garbage and put it in it, please.
Oh. And I know it has ants on it. I literally saw an ant.
Okay, where's the garbage can? Do you know?
It's around here somewhere, I promise you. So that's the ballot drop box.
I know we'll find one. We'll grab it on the way back out. No worries. Thank you. All right, so I bet if we go that way, back around to the van, we will find it. So I'll set this down in the bush here. I'm going up in here first. Go say hi. Oh, look, a ramp. So people stop with red carpet. So people stop tripping over themselves as they go up. Go on. You're gonna do okay, that's hello. I am curious. Is that publicly accessible or only if you have business?
Publicly accessible.
Cool. And that's all the pandemic info. Cool. Alrighty. I don't think I need to go in there, but you guys have a good day.
Thank you.
There was a nice guy out there that helped me understand. Don't be doing that around the ballot box. People are scared of you. I was like, didn't even think of that. So you guys have a good day.
You too.
Can I get your name? Huh? Mostly because you look like someone I might know. Okay, fair enough. Can I have your name since you interrupted?
Could we just go about our business, please?
Absolutely. May I have your name, sir?
You can read it right there if you want to.
I'd have to get the camera up really close to read it.
It's Kramer.
Kramer, thank you. You have a good day, Kramer.
Yep.
Oh, last question. Are you an officer of the law or security officer? I'm trying to clarify. Like allied, what's that?
That's good. Thank you.
As in allied security or something like that? Or?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. May I ask which?
Which what?
Which it is?
Oh, you see this right here?
I couldn't. DPI security. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. You have a good day. All right, let's head out, back around.
I'm guessing he was annoyed by you.
Oh, absolutely annoyed by me. But that just shows county clerk, or rather county courthouse employee lack of respect of public. So DPI Kramer employee here at Benton County Courthouse. Seems like he might need a little bit of speaking to by his supervisor.
Had a bug on it.
Oh, it did, and I grabbed the bug. It was a squished bug. What kind of bug was it? Ah, the lighter works, but I suspect it's someone that's in there, so we won't take it. They're probably visiting a friend or whatever. Well, we learned something today.
Benty Courthouse employees are jerks. And Karens
So
can be found anywhere.
So ZXL Master, I don't know how long ago you joined. StreamYard doesn't show us stuff like that, like the timestamp of your message or whatever. Ah, that one expired, but they got a 10-hour parking permit. So anyway, thank you for watching out for bots. I wish I had more watchers. Did you happen to catch what just happened in the courthouse? Or what happened outside the courthouse as I came in? Or well before I came in, I guess. I'm guessing no. So yeah, that guy that I sat down with, he was right, Josh. I need to be more thinking more about the fact that I'm what I appear to be doing. She walked away. I don't know if that's a public garbage can or not. It is. I'm going to put it in there. You know how I know it's public? Because it goes in there and it's part of the state and it's a city. So there we go. All right. Wolf Gamer would like to get back in. Anyway. Oh, so you joined just after the conversation with Josh, the ballot voting guy. So yeah, if you wanted to rewind a little bit, that's about how far back you would want to go. So at this point, that was, I believe, yeah, trash. I thought you meant trash. That was that building. Huh, they got a nice clock tower up there too. And time of day, 2:53, 52. How did time go back? Oh, I saw 43. Okay. All right, so that time looks right, I think, because it's almost 3. Just hard to see. Anyway, so yeah, if anyone feels like passing this on to talk to the supervisors of DPI about their employee who was a bit rude to someone just standing there, that would be cool. I might even contact DPI and try to contact them about the Benton County Courthouse employee. Let's see. I think that's it. I'm going to go ahead and end this stream. Thanks for joining ZXL Master. I will have another one tomorrow AM at 10 Pacific time. It's currently 2:53 my time, so whatever time zone you're in, figure 4 hours and 53 minutes earlier. I guess that would be 5 hours earlier. That's when I will be doing another live stream for the city of Corvallis, The thumbnails have been updated as of this morning because, well, my plans changed. Thanks for watching, and I do appreciate the bot moderator. I appreciate it. Have a good day. Where's my end button? Oh, there it is.